the last we left you guys, you were you basically said, we're going to go and take this fusion generator and put it over on the side of Canada in the American territories, so or American legal ground.
Are we recording tonight?
Oh yeah.
I think we suggested options.
Okay, so you're not actually telling them what because they want to do a deal with you. Okay, there's a whole bunch of people that showed up, to do a deal. And
right. Well, we had discussed about leaving our options open as to where the reactor went, as long as it was relatively close to the portal, so somewhere in the North Atlantic area.
Right.
It didn't necessarily have to be America, or it could be another island, or just something that can support it.
Right. So tomorrow morning, local time is everybody's supposed to be showing up. The vice president and other people from are going to be showing up at the mayor's house to have this big powwow with you. They will probably they may or may not request that you relocate over to the base. Okay. But that's kind of where they left it, because the president left, got back on, Air Force One and flew off.
Goodbye, Matra.
Yeah. So, anyways, yes, and of course the president's name is Nina Elliott, and the VP is Howie Duty.
All right.
Yes. All right. Anyways, and so what? And then in the middle of the night, suddenly there's someone shaking you guys awake because there's a problem.
Whoa.
Okay, and
what is that? What is it?
And the problem is, let's see here, Chris, Dmitri. Yes, Dmitri. Yes. You are on. You and Francis, who's the human lead tech on the fusion generator, and the two Demixi, who go by the name of Clint and Clyde. They are all on the platform. This is a 600-foot wide platform that has 8 portals, supposedly to alternate Earths, but only one of them is open. The rest of them are locked. And while you're there, suddenly, through one of the 50-foot portals, rolls one of the 20-millimeter armored personnel carriers that belong to the pirates.
Oh,
no. What? So, Pirate APC just rolls in.
Yes, Pirate APC just rolled in.
All right. So real quick, I noticed that y'all have little nicknames after your name with a slash. I have no idea how to do that.
Oh, it's
just changing your name on Discord.
I have no idea how to do that. That's all. I'm just wanting to put like a Dmitri in there so you can see that I'm there.
All right.
Or just I see your character's name there. It says Chris, Dmitri, he, him, Russia, brawler, question mark?
Yeah, that's me.
And that thing.
Or are you talking about on your little window?
On the little window. The other thing you're looking at, I got no idea where that is.
Okay, that's over in the chat window. I suggest you open it.
Chat window. I mean, I'm looking at you guys on the screen. That's how I can see that you have faces and names, but the names have
flashes. And you have there's a chat window, which is where it says Fringeworthy Team 9. A little bit to the right of it, it says Open Chat.
Fringeworthy Team 9, Crispy Wizard. Can I right-click on that?
So
I think you left-click on it.
Be on the screen with all the pictures of all of us is like a little sound bubble, like a speech bubble. In the upper right-hand side of the
show chat. Oh,
that's one.
Okay, that's a whole menu I've never seen.
Well, now you know
welcome to the new improved Discord.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'm just trying to change it on the screen real quick so you guys could see Dmitri. But I mean,
the way you do that is by edit profile. So click your name, say edit profile, and it will have per server profile.
Hold on. That's on the thing on the left. So
left side in the drop down, and where it says Crispy Wizard.
Yeah.
You click that.
Per server.
It's very cool.
Server nickname. There we go.
There you go.
And am I putting the whole thing in there? Or do I need to add the slash?
Whatever you want to do. I put my name and then my character's name, just like.
Yep.
Good
There you go.
Yay.
There you are.
Chuck,
Congratulations.
if you're talking, you're
Mazel tov.
All right. Now, over in the right-hand side where you've got the window, do you see all those cards, those pictures that are over there?
I see some like magic cardy looking kind of things.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't really make them out.
If you click on that, it'll open up a big picture of the first one, and down below that, you'll see there's a list of 5 of them.
Okay.
Your card is number 3. These are what are called drama cards, and they allow you to change the course of the game. You basically say, this is what I want to happen, and as the GM, I have to do my very best to accommodate you.
So I can, in my case, not be afraid.
Right. Well, you can use that for this situation that you're just about in.
This might be really appropriate for that because
because I was about to say everybody has to make a a spirit check or be really afraid. So
good thing you wore your brown pants.
You might want to do that first before you spend the card, because the card is actually worth a +2 on a trait or skill test.
I didn't see that. That must be in the details. All right, tell me. So it's a D6 plus your stat, right? Or D6 or your stat.
No, it's a D6 plus. It's a D6 or whatever your spirit die is.
Right.
And you just roll high.
It's your spirit die and a D6, actually.
Oh lordy.
No, it's not and.
It's not.
And would suggest you're adding them together. You're not. You're taking the best.
Okay. As well as.
It turns out I do actually need to use that card.
Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. All right.
Okay,
so
now I'm going to play my card.
Oh, you are.
Why? You're not even involved.
It
doesn't matter.
You don't have to be
there. The cards have to do with the player, not with the character.
Okay. My card is backup. Plays card, you need assistance. Someone will show up and back your play. Remember those strange people we saw at the Stuckies? They're like short people, and they were like some weird race that we didn't see anywhere else. I think you may have originally said they looked Chinese or something, but then they were different and strange people.
You mean
this
was
a while back.
Yeah, a group
all
of
right,
them.
All right, yeah, okay.
A group of them.
You totally brought that out of left wit. Okay, yeah, right.
A group of these people who happen to be chasing after the pirates come through the well, not a portal, through the other.
It would have to be a portal. They come through
come through the pathway to to the farther out node, and they're trying to chase the pirates, and so they come and they help the IDET people against these pirates.
Okay. All right. So, Chris, we have well, basically, Francis, the human of the bunch, is panicked. He doesn't know what to do, and the other 2 are not panicked, and they look like they've got an idea of what they want to do, but no one's actually telling you anything. So, Chris, do you have any suggestions to yell out, any orders you want to do? Because you're basically with them.
Give me a second to think on that, because if I'm gonna play that card for this, I might as well make some use out of it, other than just doing basic stuff like hollering. All right, so let me ask. First off, is there some kind of map that I can't see, or is this all just theater of the mind?
This is currently theater of the mind.
Okay.
You're on a 60-foot wide platform. Okay. There is one. There are around the edge. There's a total of 8 portals. So, but they're 25-foot wide. But there's also what we call pathway portals, which are 50-foot wide, and they go on the roadways to go to other nodes or other parts of the node, and like other platforms. So you're in one of them. They just came out through one of the pathway portals. Ken says that these friendly aliens have just popped out at the same time, serendipitously from another direction. So now we basically, let's see which ones they came out of. Okay, he's coming out of.
Yeah, they're aliens we ran into a large number of adventures ago, and we never really found out that much about them.
So the pirates came out of the portal that goes toward Earth Prime. The other guys came out of the one from, interestingly, from the portal to.
Yeah, I was actually thinking
to the system platform.
Yeah, I was thinking they came out from like something like that, from like a pathway, not from a portal, because they wouldn't have a way to get in through the locked portal.
You guys are sitting there next to the portal to the world that the rest of the team is on. Okay, so hold on one second. I will tell you exactly which one you're at. Okay, this is 06. Okay, 8. Okay, so yeah, you guys are actually this is actually right next to where the pirates came out. So the pirates come out very close to you. The other guys are on the other side, are basically behind them, and you guys are all sitting there next to the portal into this world. You're at portal 8, which is just to the.
Just the two of us.
That's like just shy of the one that the pirates just came out of. So they're literally like right over. They're like maybe at the most 50 feet away from you when they come out. But they don't. But they're currently seeing this great big truck, and they may or may not be seeing, since they're in an armored vehicle, which has not very good visibility a lot of times. They may not be seeing the other the steam powered vehicle that is coming from the system platform. So and the system.
By the way, what were those guys called? Did we ever find out what they're called?
I know what they're called. I can't think off the top of my head.
We did.
All right,
but that was months ago, I don't remember.
Queechy. They're called the Queechy.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why it's not easy to remember.
All right, so I'm here with my people.
Yeah,
I love a nice spinach queechy.
Two centaur spiders, the Demixi. One engineering type, Francis, yourself, okay, and a bunch of pirates in an armored personnel vehicle with a big cannon on the top of it, and a load of Huichi coming through the portal from the system platform.
All right, and the player character group is here as well. I guess I'll just call them the
newcomers. They're nowhere near here. They're totally somewhere else. Ken, because he's got that card, decided to use that for here.
Right.
So it's still just the four of you.
Am I even aware of their presence? Do I know about them that we have visitors?
The Huichi?
No, the player character group. Do I know about the player character group?
Oh, of course you do. You're there to deliver this fusion generator to them. But they told you to wait here until they got everything set up on the other side of the portal that's like right in front of you guys. Okay, and so you've been waiting for like a day now for them to come back and say, yeah, now's the time.
So the generator's here as well, something I would need to protect.
Well,
the generator is $100 million worth of experimental hardware.
Yep. All right. How close am I to this APC when it plows through the
About
state?
50 feet.
All right. Is it? Does it look like it's going to come in my direction, like go right by me, or am I far enough away from it to not have to worry about being, say, hit by it?
Oh well, as soon as they see you, they do immediately stop.
All right. Well, that's either good or bad. Do I see any weapons on the exterior of this thing?
You see a big 20mm cannon on it. It also has some 50 calibers. Machine guns are in the front where the people can, like, pull back some things, stand up, and start hosing.
I assume there's nothing for cover out here other than a portable nuclear generator.
That's the most cover. I mean, theoretically, you could run around. You could run around the back side of the portals, because if someone was to fire at them, then the bullets would, since they're fringeworthy, the bullets would transition through to the other side, and they wouldn't actually hit you. So you can use the portals themselves as cover.
All right, so my two options that I'm thinking of are either A, try to get behind a portal so I can at least get some safety, or B, I hate to say, run at this thing so I can be so close to it that it can't attack me. Either to climb up on it or climb underneath it or something.
Okay. What's your choice?
Are both of those options equally viable?
Both of them are possible.
Well, I mean, as far as distance and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're both they're both probably equally viable in that regard.
Well, I'm going to err on the side of not the smartest thing to do, which is to say that I'm going to actually run towards the APC. Because if I don't, it's basically just going to start mowing us down.
Okay.
I got a pair of pistols on me, which is worthless against an APC.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm gonna, I guess, make an athletics check to try to grab onto it or get underneath it or whatever is the most convenient thing based on when I get
Well,
there.
you're this round, you're literally just going to be running toward it.
Okay.
You can roll me a D, since you're running, you can roll me a D10 to see how many more feet you get. You normally can move like about 30. Well, you can move about 30 feet. But
all right, so just roll a straight D10. It's a 9.
Straight D10. Yeah, there's no. It doesn't ace or anything. It's just a straight.
That's fine. I guess ace is exploding. It's a 9.
It's a 9. Okay, so that's, yeah, you're actually able to reach the side of the vehicle. So are you going to try to, like, climb under it or something?
I'm also, while I'm running,
vehicle.
While I'm running, I'm going to do a bluff. I'm going to be reaching for something on my side, like I'm reaching for a grenade or something that they can't see, except that I don't actually have anything.
Okay.
So I don't know if I can make an intimidation check or something on that, or however you want me to do it.
Sure. If you're, I mean, it'd be more of an intimidation check if you pulled it out and let them see it. But if you don't have, you're acting like you do, so it's gonna first I'm gonna need a performance check to see if you can convince them that you have it.
Ta-da!
I ain't really got performance, so
then you're gonna be rolling a D4 minus 2.
I'm not gonna worry about it if I'm not any good at it.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying is that you can still try to do a straight intimidation.
All right. Yeah, I'll intimidate the APC. I guess this is the time I hope for explosions.
Yes.
By the way, does the bonus die explode or no? The D6.
Of course.
Okay.
Yes. Your hero die will always explode.
It's just a basic success.
Okay.
All right. So I look intimidating as I run towards them.
All right. So you're running
I'm going to tell the other people to get cover, like, tell them to duck or, whatever. Yeah, the people that I'm with, I'm like, I just tell them to get, take cover.
Okay.
Take cover.
All right. You hear a loud blaring sound, which is the engine on the truck that's got the thing in it, basically rev up, and it starts rolling forward to the portal as quickly as it can.
So which truck is doing that?
That's the one that's holding the generator.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So it's getting the hell out of here.
One of them basically climbed down in. Usually they like to be up on top of things and such because they're spiders. One of them just basically flipped down inside the vehicle next to Francis, who's just literally going, oh, and just floored it. And because both of those two didn't actually lose their cool, and they're accelerating the vehicle, and it's just rolling right through the portal to Neptune City. At least it's trying to get there. All right.
Take me down to Neptune City.
You're over there, running over to their vehicle, which is good because it distracts them. They're like, well, okay, I'm not sure. They're like, maybe they. Meanwhile, the people over there from the other side, the Wixx, are like, this is interesting, and let's see what their reaction is to this. All right. They drive over. They're basically driving as quickly as they can over toward the French pirate vehicle, where you're also running over to it, kind of trying to block the front of it, just kind of pull in front of it with their vehicle, which is a big steam-powered track. Big vehicle. They're actually like fringe traders, so they basically have a whole lot of stuff that they bring along with them, but they're already moving, so they just roar over there. Okay, so anyways,
right.
All right, let's since you I'm not quite sure what you're doing here, so I'm just going to go ahead and roll an initiative for you. All right, so do you have even tempered?
Who, me?
That edge, yeah.
No, I do not.
Okay, so you have a 5 of spades. Pirates have something else, and the Wixx have something else. That is amazing. Those are amazing cards. All right, you have initiative.
Nice.
You have a 5 of spades, and you have initiative. Gives you some idea of what just happened.
Oh, wow. All right. I forgot this game uses cards. So I'm gonna take that initiative. I'm gonna use it to get to the APC, and if I see handle to get on top of it, it's time for me. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
All right. So you basically climb up onto the APC. Are you gonna do anything once you're up there?
Basically just gonna hold on for dear life. And my theory is if some of them start to get out, because this is an APC, they need to worry about me being up top. So
okay.
Holding on with one hand, and actually, I'm just, for the time being, for this round, I'm going to hold on with both hands.
Okay. All right. The pirates are next. They do a drive check. Nice. Okay. And they basically spin this thing in place. You are now holding on as this thing is spinning around. Give me a strength check.
That's something I can do. I'm pretty strong. Where am I? Nice. I got a whatever it's called when they explode.
Okay. You aced your roll, yes, but what's your full total?
7.
7. Okay, so with a 7, if you want to, you can hold on with just one hand to do something with the other, because I'm assuming you don't have any guns out because you went up and climbed up on this thing.
Yeah, I'm waiting to use a gun if I need to.
Okay, so you're just going to have a hand free, or just keep them both on the thing, which is safer?
I'm going to keep them both on the thing unless there's something I can actually do that's useful with my hand while I'm on top of this. And of course, my main priority is to make sure that I don't get in the line of fire of any weapons on this thing. I'm trying to get it to where I'm too close for them to bear on me. The 20 millimeter, is that mounted or is it like on a turret?
It's on a turret.
Oh boy. Is there a
It's
person
small
in the turret,
bullet. Don't worry about it.
or is it like automated?
It's someone controls it from inside the vehicle.
Okay. All right. If I
Are
see
you
something,
are
Yeah.
you where? Okay. So, anyways, let me make a perception check on these guys because it's important that. Oh, okay. They didn't. All right. This happened so quickly that. All right. So, all right. So they basically that was what they did. The people with the Wixx essentially are they're basically bounding out and going over and trying to grab onto this thing. I'm gonna make some agility checks here. No, they get knocked. They basically get brushed back, sprawled out onto the floor, the ground of the platform. Okay, they all right. So new round. You got a 2. They got a king. Oh, and the Wixx have a joker. All right, the Wixx.
I'm a grinner.
Somebody over basically on their little thing there, seeing this, pulls out a big IDA flag and just starts waving it back and forth.
I thought they're not members of the IDA, but
Doesn't
okay.
mean I don't have one. You know, you're not the only. You're not. People can bluff, you know. All right.
A bullshit artist.
Yeah. Yes, they're traitors. Remember, they're bullshit artists. All right. So, and they
And a philosopher.
the pirates basically stop, and somebody opens up one of those things on the top, you know, those gun ports, flips it back, and some guy gets up with an automatic weapon like an AK-47, and he says, "You're with the IDA." He looks over at you, still hanging off the side of the truck. Are you with the IDA?
First off, is that the same as the IDET, or is that something else? Or is
Yeah,
IDEA
IDA is the Interdimensional Authority.
Yeah.
You're the Interdimensional Exploration Team. It's part of the IDA.
That's close enough.
Yeah.
I say "da," and I go and I grab him and try to snatch his ass out of there.
Oh, you're gonna run over and try to attack him?
Oh, I thought I'm on the same vehicle as him. I thought he popped the thing.
You are on the same vehicle as him. I'm saying you're you're gonna run over and try to attack him.
All right. Well, how big is this vehicle?
It's like 30 feet long.
All right.
Yeah, and
So
its wheels turn really well, and it can rotate, like I just said.
So I thought I might be closer to him if I'm on top. And
you are. You have time to run over there. You got enough movement to do it. So you're gonna run over and do something to him.
If he's far enough away, I have to run, and he's not actively.
No, you're not running. It's a standard move. If you want to run over, I'm just using the word run because I can't imagine you sauntering over there.
Oh, I thought I'd be close enough I could just grab his ass, like if I'm on top.
No, you're not. You're not. I did not assume that you were on the front of the vehicle. I thought you basically ran up onto the side of the vehicle. But hey, we can randomize where you are. All right. 1, you're at the front of the vehicle. 6, you're at the back. You're on the side. So you're close. You're close enough to basically move over to this guy and do something. It's up to you.
All right. But he looks like he's gonna parlay. If he's not actively shooting at me, I don't know how holding actions works in this game, but I'm gonna I'll get ready to pounce and see what he does.
Okay, are you gonna stay where you're at then?
I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I did say "da." These words of my response. I say "da."
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And
okay,
I also say it in,
I understood that Da was Russian for yes.
He also says it in Chinese. He also says it in Chinese.
Don't worry. I thought you said duck.
Okay. Of course, you might want to say it in the language of that's currently common on this platform, but we'll talk about that later. All right.
Yeah.
So he goes and so this guy goes and looks at you and he says, "Well, what you so excited about, aren't we?" He says, "You know, you're our good pals now, right?"
The pirate says this?
Yes.
I have updated. Tell me more.
Earth Prime and the pirates actually have a detente. Their Earth Prime is paying the pirates 1 million pieces of gold every year as tribute as a result of the when they took over the platform. They basically locked down the Earth Prime platform and basically said you have to ransom your way out. And then after that, when the Meller were discovered, they agreed for another 1 million pieces of gold to tell you anything you wanted to know about the Meller. And so, and Earth agreed to that as well. So right now, the relationship, you know, I mean, they may hassle you because it's a giggle for them, but right now it's cost effectively it's a benefit for them not to mess you up. Now it doesn't mean that things can't happen, yeah. But I'm just saying is that he's looking at you, you know, you know, kind of pointing the his AK-47 in your general direction, and you know, and he says, "What's up? Aren't we friends? Something happened? The last thing, yeah." Did something happen? We're not friends anymore?
I'll point to his AK-47 and sort of point to him to sort of motion. I can't really motion because you can't see me on the cam, but I sort of point at it and I'm indicating that he should sort of point it a little bit more away from me. And he goes, "Yes, plenty good friends."
Oh, fine. Okay. And he goes and he'll go and take the gun and he'll point it off to the side a little bit. Okay. And you know, so it's obviously not being pointed at you. And he's so what's up? He says, "You guys what was in the truck? You guys seem to be like really excited. Should we go find out what's in the truck?"
All right. So the truck he's talking about isn't on the platform anymore. It went through one of the portals, right?
Yeah, it basically they rolled it through the portal onto the other side, into Neptune City. But the pirates don't know this. They don't know what's on the other side of that portal.
Yeah, and the people that I was with, they were on the truck. The two.
Yes, you've basically been left behind.
Yeah.
But you got your good buddies, the Wixx over there.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get adopted.
I say I'm just here to protect, not know what's in truck. He's just truck. I protect.
Oh, you're a guard, huh?
I'll nod.
So the idea is bringing a truckload of something over to this world, and you're just riding shotgun. Is that what you're telling me?
I'll nod. Which
Because he says, and he goes and he looks over at the Wixx and he says, "Is that right?" And the Wixx are like, "Yes, absolutely. We are also shotgun for the big truck."
So if y'all ever seen Team America World Police, all I can think of is guards. Yeah, we're guards.
Yeah. So they're like, you know, so Let's see how convincing are they? Not very. Okay, but this guy's just looking at you guys, going, well, he says, maybe we should just go through and see what's on the other side, because it seems like there's a lot of interest going on with that portal. I didn't think there, so
I should check ahead and see to get you permission.
No. You just stay where you are. We're just going to go ahead. And he basically, he says, roll forward into into the portal, and the thing, and it basically goes and starts driving around the Wixx and starts driving for the portal. Are you going to do anything?
Stop him with your body.
Well, if they're going there, that's where I need to be anyway. Like, I need to be where the truck is, and this is one way to get there.
Okay.
What are the chances, I feel like, as soon as we get on the other side, that this thing is going to get shot at? Because I might not want to be on top of it if this APC is going to get shot.
It's an armored personnel carrier, and it's not. It doesn't make any bones about that. It's a aggressively armored vehicle. So, yeah, spray painted with all kinds of death heads and various things like that. It's a pretty scary looking vehicle. This guy is standing there basically wearing no shirt on, got tattoos, all kinds of things,
I'm scared.
So as this vehicle goes through the portal to the other side, okay, are you going to do anything?
I guess I'm going to stay with the vehicle. You said the guy closes the hatch and goes back inside?
No, he's still standing there.
Okay, well, he's close enough I can pounce on him, so I'll just keep where I'm at.
Okay, so he goes and rolls through, and just as he's basically about halfway through, he stops the vehicle. He says, halt, and stops the vehicle, and the vehicle is now halfway through and halfway not through. And it's slowly moving forward because the portal will keep pushing you through the portal if you try to stop. At which point, there's the vehicle. You can see you can see this very nice looking RV over on the side.
It's a bus.
It's a bus, yeah. Looks like a big Greyhound bus. You see this, the vehicle you were in, the 18-wheeler, okay, and you see a whole bunch of what looks to be, there's a whole bunch of lights on, and there's a whole bunch of what looks like, cops, with like kind of copish type vehicles. And but there's a bunch of soldiers out there as well. And they see this thing come through, and they're going to react to it. Now, let me tell you something that you should already know at this point, and that is that the reason that they stopped is because while they're in transit, if anybody tries to attack them, the portal system will fire on them and probably kill them. So basically, it's kind of like, oh, you think you want to hurt me? Okay, meet my big friend, the portal system. Okay, so they're basically daring anybody on the other side to attack them by doing this. The problem is that the people on the other side probably have no idea that this is the situation. If they shoot at these people, the vehicle of the pirates, it's going to be very, very bad for the people on the other side of this portal in this underwater city. So, knowing that, do you do anything?
So you said the people on the other side, they know about the portal system, right? Or no?
The people who you were with, the 4 people that brought the thing over, okay. they know all about the fringe system. The people on the other side, you don't. Obviously, they know that there's a portal here, but it doesn't mean they know a whole lot about the portal.
All right, so they're not my people. They're people that are residents of this side of the portal.
Of this planet, yeah. But the point is that they may not know that if they attack this pirate, that they're going to get slaughtered by the system itself, by the portal system itself.
I'm gonna stand up and like wave both of my arms, like no, and try to get much friends, and try to get people to. I'm trying to calm people down, make sure they don't shoot. Not shoot, friends, all friends here. Yes, friends. No shoot.
No shit.
Okay, give me a persuasion check, because these people are also dealing with the fact that they've got this humiform giant, the spider, the centaur spider, sitting on top of the truck that's already gone through. Another one is inside the vehicle driving it as best it can.
Racist.
Speciesist.
Get it right. Speciesist.
So I got whatever those explosions are called. So I got an 11 on my persuasion.
Oh, good. Oh, good. All right. So they, someone yells out, "Do not fire on." Apparently, the newcomers are part of the other. The two newcomers are all part of the people. Team 9. Calm down. Nobody fire. So I'm not going to do the thing where somebody fires anyways, but yeah, because if we were doing a movie, that would be what would happen. Okay.
Right. And then the slaughter.
And I'm gonna.
Yeah, it would be bad.
Because you can't have slaughter without laughter.
I'm gonna hop off of this. I'm gonna hop off of this thing as soon as I can.
Okay, you can jump right off of it, because he stopped as soon as he came through. He stopped.
Yeah. So
you could pretty easily just have dropped to the ground at that point, or you even run off the front of the thing, waving your hands. No. All right. So at which point the French pirates, the guy says, "Well, this isn't our kind of scene. So see ya, IDET." And he rolls basically the vehicle rolls back through the portal.
Goodbye, stinky bastard.
And you have no idea what happened to the Wixx.
They took off.
They'll be fine.
They'll be fine. All right. So there you are.
Actually, the bus is in the warehouse, because we all drove. Yeah, because we drove the other semi and the bus to the warehouse where we loaded stuff onto the sub. We loaded the bees on.
Well, you had two.
You had the bus and the semi.
You had one that had the bees. You had another one that had the generator.
Right, and the generator was on the platform, but the bees came in the bus, and the bees
were
went
on
to
a
sub.
semi.
Yeah.
I think you had two semis.
No, just one.
I thought the bees were in a separate thing.
They were.
I know for sure that you that you didn't bring the nuclear generator through.
No, we did not bring the nuclear generator through. Right. We did bring the bees through and the bus through on the first trip, and we went to the warehouse where we loaded stuff onto the sub.
That would mean you had two semis.
How?
You had to have.
We did have two semis.
Okay, that's what I said.
I just said that the bus would be at the warehouse with the.
Okay, the bus isn't there. Okay, so we just have the one thing. All right, fine. Okay, great.
Copy that.
Now we've cleared that up. All right, so all right, so at this point, Francis is kind of sliding out of the vehicle, and he's looking over at you, Dmitri, and he says, "What just happened?"
Why did I pee myself?
I say, I think I need a drink.
Yes.
I motion to the I guess you guys are around. I motion to them. Is this where we deliver the people?
We are not
Is this
there.
the people we deliver to?
He says, okay, Francis says, I thought we were going to be delivering it to the team. That this was kind of an emergency situation.
Yeah.
Anyways, and about this time, blaring out of the car, the truck cab, through the speakers, you hear Thriller. And
how are they blaring through the speakers?
The speakers in the doors, and these trucks can have speakers in them,
So they're just yelling?
No, they're playing the music. The theme of Thriller is being played. Okay.
Is this?
And right about
what are they using to play it? Just like hand crank record players, or?
No. Technical difficulties.
Picking the pepper out of fly poop, are we?
Yes. As a matter of fact, they are using hand crank radios, record players. Okay. All right. So it's actually coming. It's actually coming out of the horns that are on the outside of those big trucks. Okay. Anyways, the two Demixi jump out and they start doing the Thriller dance. Do 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 do.
I wish I was there to see that.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh God.
And
that's awesome.
And see, the thing is that this world actually has a Michael Jackson. They recognize the tune. So they're doing.
Hey.
The bugs are doing Thriller. What's up? What's going on? Everyone's confused.
Completely lost my mind.
It's being recorded, so we could watch it later.
So, but they do this for a while, okay, and then they finish and they just kind of go like that, they do a bow, the centaur bow, and then they go over and they say, hey boss, where do we take the nuclear generator? And Francis doesn't know. Looks at you, Dmitri.
Do I know?
Well, like I said, you were assuming that Team 9 was going to collect it from you and take you, and you were all going to go to wherever it was that it was supposed to be installed and do the installation.
All right, so I don't see the people I'm supposed to meet, basically.
No, all you see is a bunch of security people. Oh, and a couple really surprised news people who are filming like crazy, who've been filming all this. Okay, there's a whole a bunch of those big concrete rebar things. There's a big fence, and beyond it, there's basically these tents and things like that set up for the people that are providing security at this location. So it's open above you. You look up and it's dark, completely dark, but you do see some like smudges of light moving around in the sky. You're not quite sure what those are, probably.
Do I think we're on the right portal?
Yes, yeah. It's the only portal that was open on that platform, so you really couldn't have gone through the wrong portal. But apparently, the Fringe pirates decided that they didn't want to, that they weren't prepared to fight a whole bunch of security forces camping out right outside the portal. That's not how they usually operate. They kind of operate from surprise, ambush, and all that. They don't like it when the ambush is on the other side. So, anyways, so one of the guys comes up and he looks at you two and he says, "So, you're from IDET, right?"
Yes.
Okay. And he says, "My name is Sergeant Blake. and we've already met your Team 9, as they call themselves, and they're not here. They're all the way over on Kodak Island, Alaska, I believe. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure they would know that. So they're not here in Neptune City anymore. We haven't had any messages from them, but I'm sure that the mayor can get a message over to them. Do you have a message that you want for them?
We are here with the package for them.
Okay.
The package. You have the package.
You think they are safe? Something happened?
No, I don't think anything happened to them, but
they were supposed to meet us. They were supposed to come pick up package.
Right. Okay. That's fine. Well, we'll do our best to protect you in the meantime from the rebels. There should, the entire city is being heavily patrolled to keep everybody safe from the rebels. So you're probably okay too, but I'm just saying is that you might. What are those things? Pointing at the Mixie. And one of them goes, "Hi!" It's a very high-pitched, breathy voice. "Hi, I'm Clint." And the other one says, "Hi, I'm Clyde."
I'm spicy.
And together, we're every which way but loose.
Oh, dear God.
I think the penny finally dropped for Jason over here.
I think it did.
Say, you do not have these on your world?
Have what? These? You mean?
I motion to them.
No. I've seen some. I've seen pictures of some really big king crab, but they don't look nothing that size.
No.
They look positively prehistoric. And Clyde says, "Hey, says I am wearing the latest fashion on Earth Prime. What are you talking about, prehistoric? You act as if we're not with it."
They are definitely with it. They are hip. They know Michael Jackson.
They are down with that low-cal jelly.
They're like, really? I mean, they know Michael Jackson?
No, not personally.
He's not dead where you come from?
I don't know, is he? But not personally.
Yeah, Michael Jackson is dead on Earth Prime. And not just his career. I mean
No, so he's not Adam Baldwin then?
And apparently he's also, dead on this world. So they're surprised to hear that he was alive. Anyways.
I'm just gonna hang out with the truck until things get resolved.
Yeah, Clyde goes, "All hail the king!"
Excuse me.
And they go in and they start up the wax cylinder that's being fed outside with the Thriller music, and then they go and do a reprise of the Thriller dance. You can see a couple of the soldiers, of the cops essentially, are kind of like doing it too. They're kind of shaking to the beat. People are just still filming. People are talking to the microphones. You don't know what they're saying. So, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure the mayor is going to want to talk to you real soon now. So just hold tight, and we'll get back. We'll get back to you. So if by some chance the rebels do try to do something, you might want to turn your vehicle around so you can go real quickly back out that portal of yours that you came through.
I'll pull him aside and I'll ask him if he is aware that the portal has its own ways of dealing with certain things next to the portal.
I can't see the portal, so I don't know anything about it. It's invisible.
No, it has defenses.
Oh, it does. So
yes.
so you're okay just being here like this?
It might be safest place. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
but
I was just telling you that since if anything bad was to happen, you could go through your portal back to your fringe paths, I think you called it, and you'd be safer there. So.
All right. Well, maybe safer for me to wait there, and when team comes, Team 9, they can meet us as planned.
Yeah. Well, Francis is like, Dmitri, there were fringe pirates there. Do you think you're safer with the fringe pirates than some supposedly rebels here? Really?
The pirates may have already left. I was about ready to go across the portal and check and put an eyeball, see what's going.
All right, you gonna do that?
But on the other hand, the pirates will definitely not come on this side, so maybe safer here.
Well, they already did. They just
they turned right around too.
Yeah, they turned around. Yeah. So, all right. So you go through the portal and you look around, and the Huichi are gone, and so are the French pirates.
All right. I'll report back to Francis. Coast looks clear. Should we? I'll ask him. I hate to ask an NPC, but I'm not in charge here, so I'll ask him whether he thinks we should wait back on the platform like we were.
Actually, you are kind of in charge because you were assigned to Team 9. So you're actually part of Team 9, so you actually have the highest authority here, so to speak.
All right. Well, I don't know where the rest of Team 9 is.
Okay. Well, he says that this Sergeant Blake over here says that that the mayor is going to show up. Maybe he'll have some answers.
Okay. All right. Well, safer here.
Okay. So about 15 minutes later, a whole bunch of armored trucks pull up, and out steps a dapper looking fellow who walks over, and everyone gets out of his way, and he walks up and he says, "Oh, so you're Team 9's friends, right?"
Yes.
Oh, good,
yes.
Good. And he's not even looking at the Dmitri, by the way. He's just kind of like takes one look and then looks back at you, just kind of laser focuses on you. So, is there a problem? They haven't returned yet from their meeting. Is there something going on that?
All right. Does my character know? I mean, you said my character's there. I don't know what my character knows as far about with the party. As far as I was understanding, I was supposed to meet with them.
Okay. Did you bring the package?
Yes. Package is here.
He says, "I think it'd be best if we got that into secure storage. Not sitting out here in the open like it is."
In the package.
Yeah, he's a good idea.
Does that sound like a good idea to you?
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. I must.
Okay, great. Okay then. Just follow us. We will. We and the rest of these security, the police force of Neptune City will escort you to secure storage, where you'll be safe from being attacked by these by these rebels. Is that all right?
My character thinks that sounds okay, right? I mean, based on what I know.
If it does, it does. Okay. I mean, you've never met this guy before. Everyone says it's the mayor, so you're like, okay.
Well, presumably it's the mayor. I'm still wary.
Okay. Well, you should be.
Yeah.
You don't know any of these people.
But my goal was to deliver this package to. Actually, I'd like to wait for the rest of my team.
Yeah, you don't want to just hand it out to anybody. This is a a fusion power generator.
$100 million.
And it's worth $100 million.
Yeah.
They made a big point of mentioning that like every 5 minutes before you left. All right.
All right. So the rest of my team is somewhere in this realm, right?
Yes. So anyways, so I assume you're going to want to travel with the truck in case it actually does get attacked.
Right.
Okay. All right. And all right. So the mayor suggests that the Mixie maybe should get in one of the armored personnel carriers because it could possibly cause some wrecks if they go down the road with people like seeing them in the cab of the vehicle or sitting on top of the vehicle like they like to do.
Yeah, I'll let them know that there's not many of their kind here, and it's best that they lay low until so they don't cause any kind of panic or anything, any weird issues.
So you're going to tell Clint and Clyde to get into the one of the armored personnel carriers. Yeah, these are big trucks. They don't have any external weapons on them. They're just like armored, like bank vault trucks. Armored vehicles.
All right. I'll let the mayor know that as soon as I meet up with the rest of my team, we can complete the rendezvous process.
Great. Well, that's fine. I will definitely send a message to them. Okay. And so you guys travel. Give me a luck check. You roll a d6. Tell me if you roll 4 or better.
Yes.
You arrive. You drive through this city. There's a whole central area that's all lit up. It's all dark, and you go driving over and down. Through these. Basically, it's like there's all these roadways that they're all like layered on top of each other, and you go down into what looks like the side of a building over by, where it's just all black, where there doesn't seem to be really any lights. And you go down and you go through a number of tunnels, and you end up in a large warehouse, which has the bus, the Greyhound bus vehicle that you recognize as belonging to Team 9.
Nice.
It's the Magic School Bus.
By this point, all your electronics are working and everything else. So just in case you worried about that. Because when you go through the portal, all your electronics are flat. It takes like up to 10 minutes. It's 1 to 10 minutes, for everything to come back alive again. And that's why that's why Ken was asking about how is they playing music when they don't have any electronics. But the Clint and Clyde, being engineers, had cobbled up their own little Fringeworthy capable audio
sound system. Yeah.
Sound system.
There we go. Right on.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so you stop there. All right. At which point, we then go and go back to the team that's over at Alaska, who's just been woken awake with and are being told that for some reason a large semi followed by an armored vehicle with a cannon and a whole bunch of machine guns just appeared through that so-called portal of yours. And
wait a minute. So the pirates followed? I thought you said they didn't see the pirates.
No, they saw. They
No,
saw
they
the
saw the
pirates.
pirates.
Yeah,
Okay.
they weren't paying attention.
I saw the pirates and the
I
pirates
mean,
run.
the pirates
the
were on the
Fri-
platform, but I didn't
The
think they
French
came from the
pirates
world.
went through the portal to the
Okay.
world, but stopped halfway through.
Oh, okay.
So they were protected by the fringe defense system, just
Okay.
in case
We'd,
somebody decided to light them up from the other side.
Light 'em up.
Which did not happen, fortunately, because it would have ended up killing everybody there.
I say, you mean the fringe pirates?
Yeah, the Fringe pirates did that.
No, I'm saying this in character.
Oh, okay. The what? Pirates?
Yes.
Pirates.
Fringe pirates?
Fringe
What are you
pirates.
talking about?
There are pirates on the system that we travel. They cause trouble.
Trouble.
Okay. All right. So the mayor and her husband are there. She's all wrapped up in a very elegant silk wrap. Obviously, it's what she sleeps in. It's something. Anyways, and he's sitting there, in a kind of a wool robe, and they're like doing the old, blinking the eyes, trying to figure out what's going on, talking to people. She's like, she's on, she's actually talking on the phone while she's talking to you, and it's actually one of the old-fashioned phones with a long cord. She's actually on that talking.
Oh, my grandparents have that.
Landline.
I had that.
We
I
better.
had that for a long. I even, as a matter of fact, I have a Batmobile phone. Okay, that still works, and it plugs into the plug just like that.
Whenever you use it, do you get to say to the Batmobile?
The bat phone.
My phone, when my phone rings, it goes da na 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 na.
To the Batmobile. Right.
Anyways, I haven't had much use for it in the last 20 years, but I still have it.
Yay.
There you go.
You can set your ringtone to that on a regular phone now.
Hello. Anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay,
Thanks.
good, cool. Indrani says we'd better contact Francis and see if everything went okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so the mayor is Mayor Manny Siavash is actually on the phone, right now, and he's like, talking to the mayor of Kodiak Island, Alaska, and he says,
okay.
She says, well, why don't you talk to Mayor Shavas? I just lost it.
Malcolm Shabazz.
Siavash. Why don't you talk to Mayor Siavash about that? This is
All right.
This is a hard line to the city.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So I get on the phone.
Okay.
I guess this is Indrani Vatikutti from Team 9.
Indrani. Oh.
Yes, it is I.
I was just talking to the mayor there. Some of your people have suddenly appeared on through your invisible portal.
Good. We were expecting them.
Okay, great. So we brought them over to the same docking port that you guys left from to make sure that the rebels weren't able to capture them like they did poor Mr. Wixx. So
very good.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me go and hand this phone over to to one of the. I hope one of the two humans. I'm not quite sure what the relationship it is with you and the spider people.
They are allies.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, and so basically he hands the phone to to you, Dmitri. Says it's your team 6.
Ah, yes, the spider people. We feed our enemies.
Hello.
This is Dmitri from Team 9.
Oh, Dmitri. Oh, I haven't heard your voice in several months.
Okay,
I'm glad you
so you
graduated. I'm glad you
recognize him.
completed
Okay.
training. I'm glad you completed training. Very good. What is your situation?
A little messy getting through, but we are on this side of the portal. I'm on your side of the portal, and I have the package.
Did you scuffle with the pirates? Is anyone injured?
No injuries. Managed to defuse the situation.
Good, good, good. All right. Make arrangements to bring the package here.
And I'm aware of their location, right? And I have it somewhere.
I don't know whether you know much about geography. Okay, if your character knows where Kodiak Island, Alaska is, then you know where they are. Otherwise, no, you don't know where they are.
All right, you will need to send some coordinates and directions. I'm not necessarily familiar here. Also, is my character from Earth Prime and visiting at this other place, or am I originally from the other place?
What other place?
You are, as far as I know, you're from Earth Prime.
Okay.
I mean, we only have one character.
I'm from Russia, so I might be aware that it's in Alaska. So
that is true.
That's
true. You used to own it, you know.
Historically, the Russians had a colony on Kodiak Island.
All right.
1700s.
I boxcard my
they are all Russian Orthodox up there.
Boxcard my common knowledge and didn't bother backing it up, so I'm going to assume that I know coincidentally happen to know where Kodiak Island is.
Okay, great. So of course you don't know where Neptune City is.
Take me down to Neptune City.
Okay. The mayor can help you make arrangements to get the package here.
All right.
We will wait for you.
How far am I away from Kodiak Island?
The mayor tells you that it's a submarine journey of a few hours.
All right. I'll convey that information.
Okay. One scary submarine journey. Okay.
Are you aware? Is your character aware of the fact that you're actually under the ocean here?
Probably not. Okay. Not unless there's something to give it away.
Okay, it's just that whole submarine journey of a couple of hours might.
Yep. I'll eventually start adding the pieces of the puzzle together. I'm like, wait a second, right. Neptune City.
All right.
Why do they call it that?
Take them down to Neptune City.
So, all right. So he basically says, I'm going to have to do a little, mayor to corporate to government talking business here. I'll let you know how soon we can get another ship to take you and your supplies over to Kodiak Island. Of course, and I'm speaking as the GM, maybe they shouldn't go to Kodiak Island, Alaska. Maybe they should go someplace else.
I would say just stand by where you're at, and we'll come back down if anything.
Maybe easier for you to come to me.
Well, just because we haven't set on where we're gonna bring the package to. Comprende?
Good point, Kit.
I mean, I'd rather not shuffle it back and forth when we don't need to.
No.
That was the point behind staying on the platform. Unfortunately, it sounds like the pirates have decided to monkey wrench that little scenario.
Kodiak Island is as good a place as any, I guess.
Well,
I
mean, it's pretty safe underwater too, isn't it?
Yeah. You're under
Isn't it?
thousands of feet of water, so how safe do you think it is? It's actually
Living
very
in it.
safe because you're actually under a gigantic Temeller dome, and not under their little special thing. But anyways,
right.
So Dmitri, if you want to, you could decide to try to like run over to, maybe get some faster transport to get you over to Kodiak Island, Alaska, rather than stay here and wait for the big transport to move the package. It's up to you how you want to do this.
I'd rather stay with the package until I 100% know it's where it needs to be.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
So
The party.
All right. Well, then the mayor's going to say, okay, fine. Let me go check that out. All right. So the mayor goes and has a conversation, and he tells you that he pulled some strings, got the U.S. government to pay for an expedited shipping, and there'll be another tanker here in 4 hours with an appropriate Navy support.
Okay, very good.
Now, what they tell you over on Kodiak Island is that their good friend, the colonel, is sending some actual submarines to provide security for them. Because that's why it's going to take. That's why it's going to take 4 hours.
All right.
Because it's like because the Neptune City is about 4 hours away from Kodiak Island, Alaska, so they have to travel over there so they can turn around and travel back. All right. So, at which point you guys, let's see, what time is it? It's 6 a.m. They actually woke you up right after you, right before dawn. Of course, it's Kodiak Island, Alaska. We've already established it's always daytime.
At this time of year, yes.
Yeah. So it's nice and bright and sunny outside. You guys could just get up.
Oh, I guess so.
It's only a few hours before you're going to have your tete-a-tete with all the people from the various governments and corporations and things like that.
How are we as far as jet lag goes?
Well, you had some sleep. So
I mean, you're saying it's sunny and we should get up. Like, do our bodies feel like it should be sunny?
No, but your eyes think it should be sunny. I mean, no, you definitely don't think your body. Remember, you don't only have jet lag. You also have time differences. Like time zone differences.
That's jet lag.
Yeah, I'm telling you that it's not just the fact that it's the summer sun. Keeping making it seem like it's daytime all the time. It's also the fact that you're also in a weird time, haven't adjusted to the time zone yet. You've only been on the island for less than a day.
Well, it's nothing a good strong cup of tea can't.
That's right.
Can't solve.
That's a
More than
personal
one.
opinion.
All right. So it's up to you. If you guys want to get up, that's fine. Otherwise, it's about 2 hours before everyone's going to be meeting, to do the full blown negotiation.
Might as well get up. Okay.
All right. So since Ken's sitting there not saying anything, I'm going to assume that that you're all going to get up.
Yeah.
All right. So you get up, have a really nice breakfast.
Yay.
Some of you
jet lag. Do I feel like it's time for dinner?
Yes, sure. It's your character, Ken. You tell me.
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly how much time we spent and such, so.
Yeah, and I don't know how your body reacts to those. You just take initiative there, Ken. Okay, so anyways, they give you another sumptuous meal. At some point, some of you may actually think about the fact that most people in this world do not get this lavish treatment and such. You're basically amongst the 1% here, and you're getting very nicely treated. And it's nice to get very nicely treated, considering that your last mission, you spent most of your time camping. Okay, so
Yeah.
but I'm just saying is that some people might actually think that, hey, most people in this world are eating pretty much hand to mouth, and we're like,
Isn't that true for a large portion of Earth Prime as well?
Well, it depends on what you mean by a large portion, Ken.
I mean, there are a lot of people eating just hand to mouth on Earth Prime.
It's
plenty of poor areas.
Yes, that's true. I'm giving you a moment, an opportunity to perhaps do a little role playing for yourself. Okay.
You're all fine with it. You're giving me an opportunity to ignore the poor for once, instead of being poor. Like we are, like you said, most of the time we eating or living in bad conditions on the fringe path is basically like being poor, and for once we aren't.
So in other words, Mark is fully enjoying the spread that's laid out in front of him.
Yes.
Having some caviar, having some various foods, lots of kippers, lots of steak and eggs and hash browns, all that good stuff, all laid out, eaten big. All right, fine.
Yeah, because we've had too much camping.
All right.
That's a personal opinion, man.
2 hours later, they basically, the mayor comes to you and says, "Hey, we've kind of decided that since your team member and the generator are going to be coming into the military base, we're all going to locate over there because that's where all these people are going to be arriving and landing anyways. So, head on, grab your bags and let's go ahead and head off to the." Well, actually, you can leave your clothing and all that stuff here if you want to, but if you do want to bring it with you, you need to pack it up quick because we're going to head on over there, in about 15 minutes. So, is everybody going to pack up and go, or are you going to leave stuff here?
No, we'll pack up and go.
Stuff.
What's that?
You said you're going to leave stuff here? Or?
I said I'm taking my stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm going to pack up.
You have the opportunity to bring stuff with you from the bus. So you could have you could have changes of clothes, formal clothes, any number of things, just carrying everything in a relatively small backpack is a problem. So, all right. But you do all still have your equipment token. So if you suddenly decide that you want a pretty dress, if Mark decides he wants to have a pretty dress, he can.
I can
really want to wear one. I mean, maybe give one away.
I can see Mark in a pretty frilly pink dress with a beautiful hat.
I mean, well, at least the kilt. He's got killer legs,
I never said how long that dress was.
That's true. If you want to be positively indecent, well, that's fine.
All right.
He's not fighting this either.
Right. Okay, so you guys pack up, get in the various limousines, get taken. Well, in this case, probably they would put you into some of those blacked out vans. The limousine, there will be a couple limousines because the mayor's going to come over too. For all, this is a big deal on her island. She wants to know about everything. So, and they all go. You go over to the military base, and of course, the military base has some rather outlandish looking crafts out in the bay. They have a bunch of vehicles that looks an awful lot like essentially submarines that are on I can't think of the name now. The struts that hold them up out of the water, hydrofoils.
Right.
Submarines that are on hydrofoils.
Hmm.
Okay. And they mention that these are our fast attack boats. They can submerge and travel underwater up to 50 knots. With and can go up and down 1,000 meters in under 5 minutes.
Oh my word!
Yeah, they're very. He says they've got the latest, most advanced Eden field generators that our country has been able to develop.
Hmm.
He goes and leads there because you realize, of course, military always gets the best stuff first.
Unfortunately, yes.
All right. Anyways, so you're ushered. You're ushered in. Looking over at the airstrips, you can see there's a big Air Force One sitting on there, which means that it's not. But that may confuse you for a second, considering that the president has left.
The president has left the building.
Last night. She left and went back. Said she was going back to Washington.
Okay.
Oh, she left her ride.
Are we with the mayor right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a big squad of soldiers, a detail, from the base itself.
Why
so
is
altogether,
the president?
you've got about maybe 30 people, walking you over to a large building.
Okay. Why is the president's jet still here?
Says that's the vice president's jet.
Oh.
Vice president's allowed to fly in Air Force One.
Oh.
They just don't call it that.
Oh.
They call it Air Force Half.
Oh. Ah. You Americans and your large things. Large planes, large land,
said.
large cars.
That's what she said.
Pretty much. Oh my word.
She walked
I
right
should have
into
known.
that one.
Oh my word.
My
I should have
question
known Kit would say something like
My
that.
question is, did you realize
That's
what you had said?
You continue to disappoint me every day.
Did you
I'm
realize what you
really
had said?
glad I can live up to that expectation of yours.
Oh, very good, very good. Oh.
One of the soldiers asked Valentina. He says, "Are those two married or something?"
No.
They're like an old married couple.
Oh, agreed. It's very fun to watch.
Anyway, so you guys go inside, and it's obviously a building that's designed to look out over the airfield for the purposes of showing
Looking
off
out over
stuff.
the airfield.
Yeah, parade ground kind of thing. And so, anyways, but you're right into another large room with and there's a side room to it, where there's obviously like computer terminals, and there's people in there. You hear the muffled sound of a fan fold paper being going back and forth.
I heard that when I was in a museum. I know that sound.
Anyways, and so this fellow comes over to you and he says, "Hi." He says, "I'm the vice president. I'm Howie Duty. Good to meet you."
My condolences.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Vice President Duty.
I pretend I don't notice anything unusual about his name.
He says, "You must be a fan of Mark Twain."
Huh?
Mark Twain.
Mark is a less unusual name, so not really.
Mark Twain was a satirist in
I know who Mark Twain was.
about
We have him on our world too.
He's actually talking to Kit about
okay,
about
sorry.
a century ago.
I thought he was referring to me as being Mark. So
why would you say that?
Because I was saying something about his name, Howdy.
No.
So I assumed he was saying something about Mark in response.
Mark, good to see you. Thank you for being here. He's shaking your hand. He's patting you on the shoulder. He's giving you the attention apparently you need. But anyways, this and he starts introducing the room. Okay, and we've got the we basically have the attaches from New York, from the UN, from Britain, basically all the NATO members, okay, and also essentially General Electric, some of the I'm trying to think, General Electric, General Motors, a couple of banks that the names won't mean anything to you, okay, and at least one person from Saudi Arabia.
You may wonder why I've called you all here today.
He says we have come to hammer out a deal that's good for everybody. And so I just want you to know that we are prepared today to make a deal with you. So what would it take for us to make a deal, that gives us a regular deliveries of your fusion generator that we've heard so much about? What is it that you need? Your planet needs from us so that we can make a deal that's good for everybody.
Well, we need your technology on the repulsor fields, not just the individual, but the large scale ones as well.
Yes, that would be very nice.
I think he's asking though for like repeatedly. The technology is really the only thing we can get once.
Right. So he basically says that's very smart of you, Mark. Yes, we don't want. I mean, if we'd be perfectly happy to do a straight trade of your generator technology for our generator technology, if that's, but rather than some other, some trade, but that's up to you. I mean, so what is is that what you're offering, a 1-to-1 trade?
No, that's more.
No.
Well, some things.
I mean, you have to understand the technology for a fusion generator is going to be able to be reproduced throughout your lands once you have the technology. We're willing to give you an operational unit at this point. Experimental, all it might be, but it is it will be an operational unit, as well as your ability to recreate it in the future. Furthermore, we have a number of other items that we can offer you. Once again, the bees and the pollinators and the plants were just a gift to help improve your culture and your society.
Yes.
Yes, the says the farmers of the world thank you for that.
And in turn with that, we're hoping that you can improve your ecological systems. And
we're doing the best we can.
Well, I think that the establishment of an environmental protection agency, government run by the United States and other Perhaps you could have a United Nations version of it that can, keep an eye on all practices and make sure that we're not continuing to destroy your environment. You're not continuing to destroy your environment.
Yes.
Well, we live here, so we're definitely interested in our the continued ecosystem of this planet. You don't have to worry about that sort of thing. We've made we've made some mistakes in the past, but we are doing the best we can to recover. And if you will provide continued support of that, like for example, bees and other types of things that might have gone away, some some of the species of fish and other things that have died, possibly some of the species of trees and other things. If you can provide us with with seedlings and various things like that, well, yeah, sure, we will do our very best to restore our world to even better than it was before.
Dinosaurs.
So, but I think that the first step, I mean, we'll definitely write that down in the document as a goal, with and certainly we have no problem about establishing a multinational, multi-corporate
watchdog group,
to pull together as much data as we possibly can about that. I'm sure that all the people that are here are eager to gain the benefits of doing that. So I don't think there'll be a problem there. Of course, you should all be going bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big difference between establishing a committee and actually doing anything. But anyways, he says, let's get back to that whole thing about the nuclear power generator. So are again, are you willing to do a technological trade of how to make that versus how to make our Eden field generators?
Player to GM.
Can we do a straight swap?
I don't see
Player
how that's
to
actually.
GM. Do we actually know how to make the diffusion generators? Because I wasn't too
Earth
clear
Prime
on
does.
that.
Earth Prime does.
We do know how to make them. Okay.
Yeah, but again they're currently prototypes because they're that all the technology you needed in order to get that spaceship going and such was there at that base. You're basically swapping components in and out, and getting some things work. They're still, they've mostly been spending their time on material science development because there's things that are part of these generators that are not easy to do. So you've been doing some replacements of things.
Okay, so they sort of know how to make them, but they're sort of working on it still.
Well, they're definitely trying to improve it. They're nowhere near having a generator the size of something that could go inside of a vehicle.
No,
I mean, in the sense of running inside a vehicle. I mean, it's that those are right now they're basically building sized, well, small building sized things.
Much like computers used to be building size. Now you hold them in your hand. That's the same concept.
So the point is that based on the technology that they have currently, they can give them these nuclear generators, or they could give them the information that they've developed on how to make them. In which case, it's going to come down to how well that can be implemented by this culture.
Right.
So the other question I have is, do we know the actual value of this repulsor field technology to Earth?
Well, certainly the Earth could definitely use it to explore its own oceans. It's certainly something that could be used to revolutionize missiles into space, because it reduces the amount of air resistance to practically nothing when they're flying up. They won't work on planes because you need the pressure in order to make the plane lift. Okay,
Yes.
so you can't use it for that, but for a rocket, it works fine. Okay, so there are good and bad things that could be used for.
I'm saying is,
some
what
things
would
are
be
more
a real?
effective than others.
Is it realistic to one-for-one trade this thing, or are we, shortchanging ourselves? Is the question.
I don't think you guys have the technical knowledge to be able to do that. Maybe, but I'm saying because of what they've done with this technology on their world, it certainly looks like it would revolutionize. It would definitely revolutionize travel. It would certainly reduce the amount of oil and other things that are used to make ships go on the surface as well as underneath. Because this same field can also cut down on the resistance of a ship on the surface going through the water. That's one of the reasons why ships are slow, is they have to, it's hard for them to push the water out in front of them.
I guess my question is it worth a one-to-one trade?
I know your question. My answer is, I don't think you know if it is worth a one-to-one trade.
Would someone on Earth know if it was a one-to-one trade, though? I mean, they're the ones that supplied the generator.
I'm a scientist. Would I have a better chance of knowing that?
Indrani has some science knowledge too.
Sure. I mean, just ask yourself, okay, is the ability to get off fossil fuel entirely, okay, and just have nuclear power for all your energy needs, both here on the Earth and also up, in outer space possibly? Is that really how valuable you think that would be for something that lets you go down under the ocean where you couldn't do before, or lets you get stuff up into the air more efficiently?
I'm guessing. I would say that the fusion would be would be worth more, everything being equal. But on the other hand, the fusion that we have is still in a stage where we barely know how to make it, and the stuff that they have here is in a more mature state. So they might be worth more equal values because of that.
It's also much more reproducible because they're basically they've done the material science development on it.
Right.
So as you said, so it's hard to say. It's kind of like,
I would say that in the current state, it seems like probably a fair trade. Given that, as I said, the fusion is really valuable, but is less mature.
But it doesn't mean you have to go that route. You could say, well, it's really valuable, but we'd also like something else that you have, which apparently you don't know that there is.
Indrani steps forward.
I mean, I did take back the encyclopedia in the hopes that our scientists could find something.
All right, Ken, let Indrani speak.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've been considering both sides of the equation, and to my way of thinking, it seems we're giving you more than we're getting. So I think we should add to our side that you establish peace with the rebels before we can give you this technology.
Everybody drops their pencils.
Inside, Indrani laughs, but she keeps a straight face up.
They all. Someone says, "You must be joking."
I don't joke about
I don't think so.
I don't joke about peace.
Visualize world peace, man.
Pretty much.
These people are terrorists.
Give them. Why are they terrorizing people?
Not that many years ago, my people were called terrorists by a much larger group of people.
And were they?
Of course not. We were fighting to defend our homeland from British invaders.
The British invasion. BBC 1, BBC 2, BBC 3. Oh, sorry.
My great grandmother was a subject of the British Empire.
Okay. So, all right. So the guy who's the head of General Dynamics gets up and he launches into a soliloquy talking about how when everything fell apart, it was the multinational consortium that basically made sure that everybody had food. They're the ones that had the money to develop these new technologies that were invented to open up a whole world of undersea development, of which no one is keeping anybody from going out and trying to strike it rich themselves. Okay, he says these people want to take an existing development and claim it for themselves. He says there's nothing right about that. If they were so good at running a company and running businesses, then they'd be sitting where I'm sitting instead of out there under the water somewhere. They're nothing but rabble rousers.
This is where we disagree. I believe that a corporation should work for the common good and not for the bottom line. You developed all these things to help save all of the people.
All of the people, some of the time.
Well, the world cannot truly progress to the next stage unless it unites. And
well, maybe you should take that request over to the Russians, to the Soviets. They might listen to you. They believe everything belongs to everybody. But you know something? The people on the top of the politic, they live very good lives and nothing like the people that are working in their agrarian communes. Okay.
I'm well grounded in basic social science. I prefer the democratic socialist model myself, but the Swedish or Norwegian model. That's what you should be striving for. But what do I know? But but I think that should be a condition.
The biggest concern we have about giving you about the power supply without having a peaceable future with these rebels is that they could easily destroy it, and then you would expect us to fix it again.
Yes. Good point, kid.
Well, not if you gave us the technology. We would develop it ourselves.
In how many years?
What?
In how many years?
Well, in the meantime, we could certainly be purchasing, at a reasonable cost, however, many generators you had available to sell us. But, it doesn't have to be all or, either or situation. Likewise, we have literally tens of thousands of units of Eden field generators that are in warehouses and such that could be easily shipped to your people, so you could get started on your own grand adventure in the oceans. So he says we're like I said, we're ready to do this now. Okay, but he says this idea that we're supposed to acknowledge these rebels who they can leave they can leave and go, like I said, go do their own prospecting or whatever with their own ships, with their own money, if they have any. What they can't do is steal the resources from our companies and from the people that are already obligated under terms of employment. That's not right. That's so Anyway,
so you're saying that there's a possibility that these people can actually obtain enough funding to be able to do this?
I don't know how, but theoretically, sure.
Theoretically.
Yeah, theoretically. I mean, not you get yourself a ship. You put a generator in it. You go under the ocean with a Geiger counter.
How much does a ship generator run? How much does that cost?
Depends on the size. Okay, they range
Let's
anywhere.
say the size of one of your subs.
Which subs? We have a lot of subs.
One of the cargo subs.
That would be around $10,000 for the
$10,000. Okay. So we're offering you $100 million clean energy plant.
This is in your dollars.
Is it?
Yeah.
Indrani just says that. She doesn't know. But she says that too.
It's in our dollars, so I'm sure our dollars.
All right, well, hold on one second. So this has been going on for a while. This whole conversation, and at this point, Dmitri, you have arrived.
Dmitri has entered the chat,
and and we can just leave the two Demixi and Francis, there with the sub with the thing inside of it. You have arrived. You've been brought over here. You're walking in. You see this very tense, high pressure negotiation going on. With all the with the Team 9 on one side of the room and all these other people wearing suits and such on the other side of the room.
One guy going, Reverend.
So,
someone let Chuck know I think he accidentally muted his mic.
Or he did it on purpose. Who knows?
Okay, I think yeah.
Somebody else, I don't know.
All right, very good. Thanks, Chris. I think now that Dmitri has walked in, we should describe ourselves to each other and then go from there. Okay, so when Dmitri walks in, what do we see?
He's like a big Russian guy with close crop hair, super broad shoulders. He looks like a Russian mafia bouncer. He's probably dressed in like decent clothes, or at least the equivalent of what that would be if you have like a reasonable amount of body armor. He's got a couple pistols on his side. He's a big square jaw, no nonsense kind of guy.
Okay. Indrani is average height. She wears large round glasses. She's dressed in an IDET uniform. She's an Indian, a dark-skinned Indian, fairly pretty, and she has a sort of she rarely raises her voice. You know that from you trained with her.
All right.
Yeah.
Go Kit. Go Mark.
Go ahead.
I'm done.
Okay. Mark is a scientist guy. Relatively average height. Does not seem to be very strong. Probably the person who would work at a desk a lot. Although working for IDET is giving him a lot of exercise. Probably wears overalls. Maybe a t-shirt. I mean, a lab coat would be sort of stupid at this point. So, carries around probably a laptop and maybe some equipment, but I don't think he's got any right now.
In there?
Okay, Valentina.
Valentina is the shortest in the party. Is the shortest in the party, standing at 5 foot nothing.
Wow.
I know. She has long red hair that's kept in twin braids. She's dressed in the IDET uniform. Words. She has. I know words are hard. That's my cat's phrase here. She has light brown skin. Other than that, I really have no clue what else to say.
She's Hispanic. You might want to add that.
Hispanic.
Yeah, she's also Mexican.
Okay, and finally Kit.
A Kit Kit is dressed in jeans, cowboy boots, flannel shirt. He has a cowboy hat. He literally is. He's brawny, swarthy, I guess. Yeah, he's brawny. He looks like typical Texas or Western wear kind of guy. He literally is a cowboy. That was what he did before he came to IDET was actual cowboy shit.
Yeehaw.
And I assume Dmitri has some kind of IDET insignia on him somewhere, maybe on his chest armor or something like that, or a patch or something.
I don't know, does he?
Probably on your shoulder.
There we go. That's fine.
But yeah, so welcome to the shit show.
Welcome, welcome to chaos, population, whatever the hell we are.
Yes, I have noticed a pattern towards the chaos.
Find that.
Makes things interesting.
Why take the easy route,
Anyways, the vice president looks at you and he says, if you'll deliver the plans and the research and all the stuff behind this nuclear generator of yours, we'll write you a check. We'll write you a check for $100 million right now, and you can cash it any way you want. Diamonds, gold, whatever.
Souls. I'm kidding.
I thought we're trading it for their stuff, which may not be on the open market.
Yeah, well, you just mentioned $100 million for the prototype generator, so that's why the guy's responding. He's saying is that if it's just a matter of money, United States is is ready to ready to make that deal.
I don't think it's just a matter of money, but I don't know. This is out of my depths.
Well, the question here is that Indrani has suggested that these people should have a place. These people should have a homeland. Essentially, these people who want.
Yes, definitely, yes.
Okay, so this is kind of like it doesn't have to be under the ocean. It could be somewhere. Are you gonna suggest a place for them to have a homeland if these people are saying, well, we can do whatever? Are you familiar with any any places that where this could be done?
Well, on our homeworld, the American inner cities are more desolate than they used to be. By the
Detroit.
Yes, Detroit. Yes, that's correct. How many rebels are we talking about here? 4 million, 10 million?
I really don't know. Millions, maybe. I'm not even sure there's a million of them. They claim that that all the people working under the ocean want to join with them, but that's not the research.
That's obviously not true. I mean, I didn't even see that.
Okay.
But there's a total of approximately 4 million people working under the ocean right now.
All right. Okay.
It's not very many, actually.
No, compared to
this is still a new thing.
Agreed.
It's been very expensive for our corporate partners here. And we've had to give a lot of
perhaps,
and the various governments have had to give a lot of concessions.
Perhaps we should be meeting with a world government at this point, or with other governments other than just the United States and its corporations.
That's a wonderful idea.
They are next to the portal, though, right? So
yeah, the General Dynamics says, "I assure you that we are multinational. You are speaking to essentially the world government. With deference to, of course, the United States and the other great superpowers who are all here in this room.
So you're saying that this is the world government here?
Essentially, with the exception of, I mean, if you're talking about, the governments that don't matter, or if you're talking about the Soviets and the Chinese, yeah, they are not here. Okay.
Oh.
We wanted, it's, don't, don't think poorly of us, that we want to, to capture this benefit for the, for democracy and freewheeling capitalism.
Oh,
The very things that have built, the great economies of the entire world.
Dmitri kind of rolls his eyes for a little bit.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm reminded of a story I learned in school. When the man developed, are you aware of? Do you know what insulin is? Correct.
Of course, we know what insulin is.
All right.
don't be stupid and unimportant.
All right. When the man who
it's
discovered
2020, it's 2023 on this world.
all right. Okay. Actually, it was a rhetorical question, but that's
Okay.
the point. When the man developed the substance and found that it could cure diabetes, he made it free to everyone.
And yet, capitalism.
Your point?
I think this fusion technology should be provided free to any government who wants it.
Bruce,
Your 100 million, since you are the world government, you're purchasing it for the whole world. And so any country that wants it should be allowed to have it.
We don't
Johnny's
know
trying to turn his logic on him.
Yeah. Okay. This is,
okay.
Miss Indrani, our only concern here is that we want to use this technology for the benefit of the world. We want there to be, cheap power and reliable power, and to stop using oil for things other than plastic development and chemical,
our world feels the same way. Our world feels the same way.
The Russians and the Chinese don't feel that way. Okay, they will use this technology as a means of delivering. We have a very strong fear that they will pervert these items and use them for making smaller, more easily transportable bombs, because I don't know if you're familiar, but a hydrogen bomb still has a fusion bomb inside of it, so they can be detected. But if you have a generator that can produce fusion without fission, then it could be hidden better, and you could sneak a fusion bomb, a hydrogen bomb, into the various cities of the world, and bring our entire world into chaos.
It sounds
We're just
very
doing
dangerous.
this to protect everyone, not and of course that would cause them to be destroyed too, because there would be reciprocation. We're just trying to look out for everybody here. The Russians and the Chinese definitely should not have this technology.
All right. Okay. Well,
Dmitri suddenly feels super
If
offended.
I wish I could detect lies, because I'm sure this guy's nose
we
would
do.
be
We out of game. We have that ability.
He probably
that's why
is
we're training
sincere,
the
at least
interrogation
believing it, whether
skill.
it's true or not.
Yeah, you can use your psionics to see if this guy is sincere.
That is true. I can, and I think I will.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Okay. Indrani's player has to pull up the rules for this. Give her a second.
Bear in mind, he probably believes his own bullshit.
That's true. Where the bling bling thing.
I also believe that America, or that the North American alliance here, would build their own damn bombs too. So, I got a chirp from what? Who chirped me?
Now, just knowing that something is scientifically possible is a big hint in building it. So if you have fusion generators owned by one group, you're going to get research projects in all the other countries, and at some point they're going to figure out how to make one anyway.
Well, industrial espionage will lead to the fact that
is
everybody
Mark
will
saying this?
I'm saying that to the party.
Group? Oh, to the party.
Might want to clarify that. Are you saying
you've given us much to think about? Why don't you let it? Once Indrani does her thing with the mind zap.
All right. Okay. Indrani's going to try her mind reading ability. This is Indrani's telepathy against his smarts.
That against his smarts?
Okay. Yep. Indrani rolls her telepathy. I got to spend 3 power points to do this. What's Indrani's telepathy today? Telepathy is day 10. Okay. Day 10, day 6. All right. Only a 4.
Okay.
I'd Benny that if I were
what happens? Yeah, you can Benny that.
Indrani throws a Benny. Uh-oh.
You didn't.
Again, double ones.
Oh.
Okay. So you got a 4. What happens when if you don't succeed?
All right. If I critically fail,
fry your brain.
Let's see how badly Indrani's brain is fried.
You didn't critically fail. You rolled the double. The double.
I bennied and rolled
roll.
double 1.
Right, but I'm
saying
but
you can go with the original roll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's all right. Okay. I did not know that. Okay. All
it's really only if you do it on the original roll.
On the original roll. Okay. All right. Okay. So. All right. So it gets cold around Indrani as it does when she uses her psionics. It gets a little chilly. But I rolled a total of 4 against his smarts. If it works, I can get 1 truthful answer from him, from his noodle.
Right.
He's aware that I've gone in because I didn't get a raise. Was the speech you just gave the truth?
Okay, and he rolled higher than that.
So he resisted.
He resisted.
So it didn't happen. Okay, all right.
Right, and he realizes something weird has just gone on between the two of you.
Wicked.
Okay.
Yes, that's a point. At which point he then goes and stands up and says, "I think that perhaps we should give an opportunity for cooler heads, and I suggest we take a break from our negotiations and have some lunch, and
all right.
Get back to it afterwards." At which point he quickly turns and leaves.
All right. Okay.
Obviously spooked by whatever happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
And the vice president looks around and says, "I think we're all agreed." And he says, "Let's." He says, "Colonel, I assume that you have some refreshments for us." And he says, "Yes, sir. It's right down the hallway, sir."
In the refreshment room, sir.
So
all right, very good.
They proceed to get up and leave, and go on down. And of course, it's a nice, nicely appointed. It's not a ballroom. It's like a lunchroom, but like for officers, and got nice paneling on the wall of trees that may no longer exist, and things like that. So there's the chairs are trimmed with ermine fur, and again, other things that are on the endangered species list. So
that's pretty fucked up.
Very nice. Well, on your world, on this world, it's probably even worse. But the point is that they're probably
these are grandfathered in.
doing their very well. I mean, who knows how long these chairs have been there too?
Fair enough.
So
that's true.
I mean, there was a time when people were like, it was the oh, I can't think of it. But the furs, the fur traders, they
Mhm.
big time around this island, other islands,
Oh yeah.
and all the way to Russia. So
Right.
having these kinds of pelts and stuff, they would be very valuable. It would probably have come from the original place where the mayor lives. So, but I'm just saying, over time, a lot of artifacts like that do appear.
Right, like
Mhm.
walrus tusks that were
I don't
harvested
think this
before.
colonel,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't think this
He didn't go
colonel
out and hunt it
basically
himself.
had his men slaughter the last remaining fur-bearing, rodents, to trim the chairs in his lunchroom, his officer's lunchroom. Okay, so anyways, so you have a nice lunch, and they say time passes, and you guys can talk amongst yourselves as to what you really want to do. So,
All right.
I'm going to start, and I'm going to say that I really don't. I mean, why are they sending an exploration team out to make like deals and wither and dither with this? I mean, I had no clue what to do.
Because as Mark
Because
said,
we're PCs.
we have no prime directive.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
your
I mean,
only prime directive is to bring back helpful technology to Earth to solve Earth Prime's problems.
Well,
Yeah.
how much does Earth Prime care about the problems that we're causing in these other things? And we could just make a simple trade and grab stuff. But
yeah,
well,
what Mark
that's-
thinks is that he doesn't really care about you trying to get a better thing for the rebels. The people we have to deal with in order to trade are the people around the portal, and that's basically these guys. And
Yeah,
if we're here to trade, we should trade.
are you right about that, Mark?
Yeah, IDET is under the UN. The UN has certainly a philosophy of life for the betterment of all, all countries working together to provide basic services and things like that to everybody on the planet. So that philosophy has definitely been part of your training and such. You are expected to follow the rules of engagement that are listed, in the UN. They're
Right.
humanitarian, rules of engagement. Directives, right. So, but outside of that, if you have something that can really make a difference to Earth Prime, they want you to at least attempt to get it, or I mean, if you can't do the slam dunk, then you can't do it. But right now they're basically just, except for the whole thing about the rebels, they're pretty much saying you can write your own ticket here.
That's true.
Yeah, but I don't know what ticket to write.
Yeah, well, make one up.
The ticket to write
good
is
in your soul,
is we give you this, we give you fusion, you give us, force fields.
That's what that's the basic
Pretty
offer they have on the table.
Yeah, that's what we want.
It doesn't mean that's the deal you should go with, but
No.
I applaud Indrani for throwing it up on the table.
Right. No, I agree.
Yeah,
and
that definitely messes things up.
Yeah, they already agreed to establishing a multilateral ecology, watchdog group.
Right.
So they've already done that.
We're not going to change their culture, is what I'm saying.
Unfortunately, no.
I mean, we don't have the power to change their culture.
We could say
one of the things that I remember them talking about, though, with the trees, with the broops and the trees and all that on the tree world, they talked about something about how their commonwealth required them to meet certain criteria to be part of the group, and that's why they gave them these things. They abused them, and then they got wiped out by them.
Right.
So I mean, in my head, I'm sitting here thinking, well, what are the criteria that we want to establish to deal with these worlds and make it so they can be part of a... I mean, if we could just drop like one thing and take what we need from them and move on, that's fine. But we don't need to offer them
advanced a technology that it's going to be. I mean, they say they talk about how it's going to revolutionize things, but it's maybe like 20 years ahead of them, and that's about it. It's not
It's more than
really
that.
something that's going to.
These guys can't find their ass with both hands. It's more than 20 years.
Well, we could say yes to the deal and then support the rebellion by giving them some most of the money. Or we could say your world is too fractured for this technology. It would be dangerous to give it to you. So we're calling off the deal.
If you're
But then we won't
gonna
have that.
give stuff to the
then we
won't
rebels, you
have
just
it,
sneak
true.
them the plans for like the fusion generator. But I don't see why we need to do that. I mean, the rebels are not so obviously the good people to support that we should, not get along with the people that we straightforwardly have to deal with just to support the rebels.
How do you know that the rebels aren't good support? We haven't spent any time with them.
Only Alpin has.
And
Yeah.
he's not here.
And from what he described,
He's the amorphous blob over there in the corner.
Hello, Amorph.
Welcome back to Blobbage.
Yeah, but when Pat out of game, when Pat was here, he had Alpin describe what they had to say, and it really touched Indrani deeply, and she feels very sorry for the rebels and such, and wants to help them. But then that's the kind of person she is. So, if they're afraid that if they give the technology to the Soviets or the Chinese and they're going to use it to build bombs, then I don't think.
My problem with this statement is that the Soviets already have bombs.
Yes,
that is true. They already have bombs. Yes.
They don't need fusion bombs.
It would help them a little bit. From what they're saying, it might make it slightly harder to detect. But yeah, I mean, they know the Soviets already have bombs. The problem is not being able to prove the Soviets have bombs. This is not like on Earth where you have smaller countries that are actually actively trying to hide their weapons.
Uncontrolled fusion is fairly simple compared to controlled, as you know, Mark.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've spoken my piece. As she makes herself another sandwich.
And I disagree with you. I think these
not beef
people here are good enough.
No,
even though
it's
they're
not that I
perfect.
can't have it. I just don't like it.
No.
Sorry, Ken.
Sorry, Ken. Keep going. I'm sorry I talked over you.
No, it's fine.
All right. Well, anyway, we have to come to a decision. Are we going with it or not?
I say give them the damn fusion.
Yeah, I'd say
technology.
Just trade them.
Here's what I want.
I want to support the rebel stuff.
Okay, what does your character want?
Yeah.
Jason.
Okay, so Kit says, I say we get I want the core technology of how to build this shit. We'll take 50 of the individual and various sizes of the larger ones and the core technology to manufacture our own. And we'll give them the reactor. We'll help them get it set up. And then it's up to them. I don't say we need to like invite these guys to be on a permanent trade basis because they don't have anything that I've seen that we really need. The things that I think are interesting are this pillar that had the technology that they got to be able to make this stuff, and the fact that there's a Temelleran dome of an unusually large size under the ocean.
Yeah.
It's identical to the one that's in Antarctica.
It's not identical.
It's much larger.
It's not.
It is
It's much larger.
There is something is not right with that dome. There's something that we're missing there.
It's why would the Temelleran build that in the first place?
Maybe it has to do with the pillar.
Well, and I think I don't know. We
So
went and
are
looked
you
at the pillar. We didn't
suggesting
see
that
anything.
suggesting that in exchange, maybe we should have the right to send scientific teams over to look at this, which is not actually that bad an idea if it is something that we
I
need to
think that we
investigate.
could probably work a deal with the mayor of
Neptune City.
Neptune City. Other than, I mean, we can get him other things than,
Yes.
and actually get him to the point where he'd actually be somewhat of a political power by just dealing with him on a regular basis.
Yeah, the rest of the world, we
All
don't
right.
really need to deal with them, I guess.
I'm not saying I have the answers. I'm just saying that
Yeah.
there's something we're missing about the Tamilaran Dome.
All right.
That's without a doubt, because
Yeah.
why is it there? You know, there's a lot we don't know, and
Yeah.
we haven't actually really explored the city to figure out why.
Yeah. Like I
Okay.
said, part of the deal should be that we have the right to send in people to investigate this stuff.
We
All
are
right.
the people who investigate this stuff is the problem.
Yes.
No, he wants the right.
Yeah.
He
To
wants
send more
access.
people.
Right.
Wants
We got to fight
permission.
for the right.
All right.
You would say as part of the payment, you give us permission to go and investigate this stuff.
All right.
Well, is that a deal that the United States can make? Who owns Neptune City? We need to find that out first.
The mayor.
The mayor is elected, but what is he elected from? Is it, we need to find that out first as to what government he serves.
Okay, fair enough.
Right.
I'm assuming it's America, but
You're
we
assuming
don't
it's
know
Earth?
for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I almost said Earth.
Okay.
Shut up.
Almost.
Okay. Indrani looks over at Dmitri. You got anything to say, Dmitri?
I was going to say, Mark was saying we should be able to send people. We can simply flame it as if there might be more things that they have that are valuable to us, and that would open up more trades, and they could trade more things from us, to and from us.
Okay.
That is reason for us to send scientists here to look at things, like the dome.
Okay. Yes. All right.
A dome?
The dome.
Okay.
The dome.
Bruce.
Yes, sir.
Bruce, have we seen the pillar or we haven't seen it?
You guys have seen it. Dimitri has not.
We've seen the pillar.
Okay.
We've bowed to it.
We worship the pillar.
We worship the pillar.
I forgot we worship the pillar. That was funny.
We scared.
Oh, mighty pillar, bring me a doll for Christmas.
I
Okay,
don't
here it
remember
is,
what
yeah.
we had. I don't remember what we had said to the pillar.
I just did it something stupid just to
Yeah.
give the news people something to look at. So
And
Oh,
and
there
then
you
and
go.
and
Good
then
stuff.
and then Ken and I went with it.
yeah,
Okay, very
I'm like
good.
sheep. You guys followed me.
Okay.
Okay, what
All
is
right.
pillar? You all worshiping obelisk? What is pillar?
Apparently.
So they have this pillar in the middle of the. Is it the middle of the dome?
Dome. Middle of the dome.
In the middle of the dome, there is this
On
pillar
the ground. On the ground.
on the ground. This pillar. It's a Tamilaran dome, so it keeps out everything. And that's also where the portal is, where you came in the Neptune City thing. So in the middle of the dome, there's this stone pillar, and I show them a picture with these carvings on it. And this is where supposedly they got the information to build their own little domes. Now, how the hell they got in there in the first place? It's kind of some sketchy, so and so did such and such.
Some
But
sketchy shit.
some timey-wimey shit, I guess. But anyway, he
It's
got
a,
in
it is
there
okay.
and somehow was able to get the information out and make the other little domes that people can now use, which is what we're interested in, because it would help us with our exploration of our own planet, let alone space and whatnot. But
It's entirely possible that they have their own telepaths who've managed to contact the pillar and get information from it.
or maybe it's just a pillar and there's something more to it. But my
Maybe that
point
could be
is
true as
that
well.
do we have any examples of Tamilaran writing? Do we have any idea of what this pillar actually is? because it's not of this earth per se. It's not of this technology. It's not of the human population. So that's why I'm curious about it.
All right.
But I mean, yes, we can get this thing. I say we just do the deal, and we'll reserve our anything else for further deals.
Okay.
I mean, if anything, at least they'll feel like nobody should walk away without feeling screwed. That's the way all deals are supposed to go, right?
Yeah.
So what can we do to make them feel screwed?
Everybody feels dissatisfied, then it's a good deal.
I don't remember reading that out of the deal.
If we are feeling screwed right now, so what we need to do is come up with what's going to make them feel screwed.
Okay.
What kind of things are you reading? You trade with wrong people.
No, I mean that's just the way it is. No one should be perfectly happy with their end of the deal. You ever bought a house? I mean, you kind of feel a little dicked over it. It's like, well, I could have worked that better, or if only I'd done this.
Find out all the things that were wrong that you didn't realize when you bought it. Yeah.
Right, because they, haha, I got this over them.
Bear in mind, they are going to be getting experimental technology.
That too.
So they are probably going to feel screwed. So congratulations.
Screwed over like that.
Go with that.
But
right.
I mean, I still think that we need to make sure that they feel screwed. So I want to ask for something that's over the top that they're going to go, okay, we're willing to give it up because we really want this.
We did ask them for something over the top, and they threw it back in my face.
Well, okay. If you want that, you're going to have to come at it a different way, which is, like you said, maybe the homeland thing might actually work.
Okay, we'll try that.
I mean, just you could say that this, maybe some location under the water, can be like their homeland, and they could build out from there. I mean, just
give them their occupied location, and
somebody. The main thing is that somebody's going to have to front the money for this. Okay, to build their little creche, their little colony. Okay?
These people are pretty loose.
Okay. How about this?
And that can come from this deal.
All right.
Okay. I got an idea. What if, as part of our deal, we say that, look, to ensure stability and harmony for the safety of the
presence of Oceania.
Well, for the and for the reactor itself, that they cede the currently occupied area of wherever the hell Alpin went, and they fund them X amount of millions of dollars or whatever, to allow them to have their.
Are you proud of yourself? Sorry.
What?
Sorry, I meant the dog.
I thought I was, but maybe not.
I was talking to the dog.
Don't talk to me like I'm a dog. Woof. Anyway, so that way they can have their own little land thing. Would that work? I'm pitching this to Indrani.
I think it might.
I mean, I don't know what's what or who's where here on this rock, but I mean, that way, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be happy with that. So, that's a great way to sell the point and give, your welfare guys a chance.
All right. Okay, we'll do that. All agreed?
Yeah.
Dmitri, Mark, Valentina?
It's all good.
Pablo Picasso.
All right.
So after lunch, we resume the meeting.
So, this is the vice president, raises a glass. It says, I give a toast to all the people who are working together to better our world and to better your world as well. He says, He says, I recommend that we establish a interworld agency to help hammer out these kinds of issues in the future.
You're going to give us a seat on your United Nations then?
We were offering an agency to coordinate between
okay.
Things like trade and other things like that.
All right.
So no seat on the United Nations then.
All right.
That would be up for the United Nations Council to decide.
Okay.
All right.
I don't see why. I mean, certainly
You can't see my shit-eating grin right now.
Yeah,
watching it backpedal.
Certainly, it would be up for that would be something that agency could discuss.
Okay.
Seems like the perfect thing for that agency to discuss.
Okay.
All right. So,
all right. We have come to an agreement on a solution that will be mutually beneficial to everyone. First, we will give you the prototype fusion technology.
In exchange
for 50 of your devices of various sizes. Also,
one of each.
50 of various sizes.
So for 50 Eden generators.
From your largest to your smallest.
That is correct.
The technology to build our own. The schematics and all that information.
Right.
Dmitri is
so
typing.
IDET gives this world the prototype fusion generation tech in exchange for 50 Eden generators, including all sizes, and the tech to build its own.
Okay. Also, you will build a new city for all the residents of Oceania as their homeland.
I don't think correct? Whatever they are, the People's Liberation Front or whatever.
Yeah, whatever they're called.
Actually, Oceania is the correct term.
Is it?
That's not the term that these people use. They consider
it's a
Oceania
term that they
to be a revolutionary term.
Right. They will be recognized as a sovereign nation. And that's unless my comrades want to join in.
Yes, and we should have permission to send scientific teams here to investigate.
All right. Hold on one second. Let me get this down.
Okay. All right. Well, okay.
I want to hear from you, Ken, but just one second.
You said hold on.
There is no Ken, only Zool.
Oh, geez, not the magic school bus.
I'm all about the magic school bus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So Ken, what does Mark say?
Mark says we want to have permission to send scientific teams to investigate the strange things here. I mean, in a non-destructive manner. Let's say for the next 2 years.
2 years. Why'd you have to put a time limit on it?
Because it would be. There's no way they'd let us be able to send people here indefinitely.
Why not?
You don't know that.
I mean, we're really asking them for a huge amount to give people a place to live.
I have also, we want 2 years of access to investigate the artifacts in Neptune City.
and any related artifacts that might be around.
Okay, and 2 years, and other related artifacts as they are discovered in other locations.
Yeah.
Okay, so the deal you're asking for is IDET gives this world the prototype fusion generator tech, and the prototype generator.
Prototypes.
Which you didn't say. Did you also want to include the prototype generator? Since you brought it.
I mean,
What do you mean?
we already got it with us.
You said, give this world the prototype fusion generation tech, but
oh yeah,
to include
yes.
also the generator you brought.
I mean, I would say yes, but I don't know what
Sure.
everybody else says.
We're still willing to do the thing.
Yeah, in exchange for 50 Eden generators, including all sizes, and the tech to build IDA's own of them. And this group will build a working habitat for all the people who claim citizenship in Oceania. Also,
yes.
we want 2 years access to investigate the artifacts in Neptune City and other related artifacts as they are discovered in other locations. Okay. All right.
Okay, very good.
Okay. They will. They will come back and say. They say that. They want primary right. Well, let's see here. Want first purchase rights to any additional fusion generators, preferably in traded in kind or more Eden generators, as it may take some time to actually begin production of working fusion generators. In other words, they're saying in the meantime, it may take some time to actually produce fusion generators on our own. And in the meantime, we want priority rights to purchase fusion generators from Earth Prime.
Well,
what?
I would say that would be agreeable if we have them available. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
You're going to be fighting with Earth Prime for those generators as well too. But,
well, it doesn't mean we can sell them. I mean, if we don't have them, we don't have them available to sell.
Okay. Secondly, they want the right to investigate any criminal activity in the Oceania City, so it not fall into a hotbed of crime and depravity.
I don't think we can agree to that because I mean you were talking about building a sovereign nation. We can't give you authority over a sovereign nation.
No, we can't.
Well, I don't know what it's like on your world, but the United States and the other members of NATO already are engaging in that activity in other sovereign countries. I don't see why this would be any different.
If the United States came to India and started investigating Indians for crimes they said they'd committed, that would be an international incident. Might even lead to war.
Don't you have any international investigatory bodies on your
We
world?
We do, yes, and a United Nations.
Well, this would be part of our United Nations then. I'm just simply saying that we don't want, this.
You don't
this
just get free reign to check. I mean, nowhere does it say. You say you want to be able to go and control the homeland for policing them, and it's like
we do not say either of those. We simply said we want the right to investigate any criminal activity in Oceana City.
I believe that that would be something for your United Nations to work out rather than.
Yes, we don't have the right. We don't have the ability to give that to you.
I just want you to understand that we are intending to do this.
Well, I mean, if you were to immediately shut down and renege on that, then I mean, that would of the agreement that you're going to allow these people to have a chance to be self-governing, then.
Well, that wouldn't be good for either side to do that. We're just
I agree.
stating that we don't, that these are a criminal. These are people who are not following, international rules of conduct. They're engaging in terrorism, and if we're going to give them a country, if we're going to build them a country, a city to live in, we want at least to make sure that it's not going to be the worst possible place for any of the people that they might seduce into coming under their banner. Just seems to make sense that there would be some kind of overseeing body. I'm not saying that we would have police, that we would be doing that we would be their police force, or that we would control who comes and who goes. We're simply saying that we want there to be inspectors. We want there to be investigators, so that when
who watches the watchmen,
the news, the press.
Boy, if that's anything like our press right now, I don't believe any of it.
Well, they don't have the internet here.
Yeah,
no,
that's true.
they don't.
Kind of harder to fake shit when it's in video.
I mean, basically, they don't want to nurture a viper in the heart of Rome.
They don't want to create a free state for the IRA, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah,
I agree with that to a certain extent.
That's what they see this group as.
I understand.
All right, so that's and yeah, you also didn't mention, by the way, that the international ecological.
Oh, well, I thought we had agreed on that to begin with.
But I was listing the stuff, and in the saying, you didn't mention it again when we were doing this. Is that an omission, or are you just dropping that?
That was an omission.
No.
Okay, so also we want there to be, and see how that would counterpoint them wanting a group that also oversees the city. See, they be coming back on that. Says, well, if you want someone to if you want us to set up some kind of a deal so you feel better about how we're running our world, that we
got a question. No, I see how that works out. That would be our counter offer to their police force.
Yeah.
What the hell was it called? Paradise City? Poseidon City, underwater
Neptune
city.
City.
Neptune City.
Neptune City, Poseidon City, same difference.
Poseidon. Close enough.
Poseidon and Neptune were the same guy.
I know.
Literally the same guy.
Still got two names, and you can
one's
still
Greek,
use the
one's
name
Roman.
separately.
Okay, so Neptune City. What jurisdiction does that fall under?
I mean, who would run it?
I thought it was American.
No, I just wonder whose jurisdiction does Neptune City fall under?
Oh, are you asking?
Yes.
It's this consortium of international corporations.
Oh, so it's a co-op?
It's a consortium.
Okay. There's nothing like that on anywhere on the earth, so I'm trying to think of what that would actually be. Because companies don't agree with each other; they just want to screw each other over.
Well, it's just that it's just basically a nexus of trade, anyways, and so they built up all the cities and the infrastructure inside the dome, so that's why they're in control of it. The people on the surface in the middle of an ecological crisis, didn't feel like they needed to spend a lot of money when they're on a dome under the bottom of the ocean, when it's just how it worked out. So and now no country wants to try to lay claim to it, because that would now you're really messing around with people's money. It wasn't the fight they wanted to have. The rebels did not want that particular fight. They want the fight where they actually got paid for. They got ownership in the corporations that they were serving, they were working for.
Down before the one you serve.
Yeah. Now, the problem was they weren't getting paid enough in order to really get a piece of the action.
Well, and that was my point. It's kind of like, sure, it's all well and good to say every man can have a castle, but
now you're providing a castle for these people to operate out of, and then maybe if they're lucky and they make some good strikes, they can become their own company and basically
right.
Right,
at least it'll shut them up and maybe make some stability, is what my thought was. I mean, it's the lesser of three evils. So.
All right, so I just said here, we want there to be an ecological oversight group to punish violators of the process of restoration.
So they outlawed fireworks in my state.
Oh.
In my state, the governor did, because
when?
What state's that?
The other day, like I'll say Friday.
Is this Texas again?
No, this is Utah. Because we had 27 new fires start over the weekend. We currently have the largest wildfire in the United States of something like 140,000 acres.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, can't take my fireworks away. I'm shooting them off anyway. I'm like, God, you're smart. I hope your house burns down.
There's a good chance.
There's $1,000 fine if you get caught setting off fireworks.
Oh wow!
So I've got the non-emergency number on speed dial now.
Or is that per incident?
Per incident.
Well, then if you have like 1,000 people doing it, it's like $1 a piece.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they just multiply it by the number of
that's what I asked the question.
perpetrators?
Is it per incident or is it per person?
I don't know exactly how they're going to execute this. So.
All right.
Wow.
Okay, so all right.
I mean, you guys don't have that problem in Georgia because you get rain.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So they basically say, okay, I think we can do this.
Wonderful.
Wunderbar.
And they also say that we are establishing. Okay, we are establishing the cost of a fusion generator to be 100 million for equivalent size and output of the sample generator. Okay, so all right. So they talk amongst themselves and they say, okay, I think we can do this. Thank you, representatives of Earth Prime. We will take this back to our individual boards, governments, and such, and we will and if it gets ratified across, if it is accepted, everywhere, then we will go forward with this. So, in the meantime, please take some time and enjoy our world.
Mm-hmm.
There's still plenty of good stuff, even with an ecological holocaust.
And you got new James Bond movies.
Yeah.
You just want the James Bond movies, don't you?
I mean, that was just an example. I mean, it's.
Do they have the Spice Girls here? We can bring them the Spice World movie.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
We could collapse their economy.
I'm sure you'll be able to find lots of things that were really popular on Earth Prime that they either have never heard of or they did a different version of it.
Well, who are the Spice Girls?
And if they were popular,
that's a good question.
If I'm right,
if they were popular in this world as well, then
what did they do differently?
It'd be like a different James Bond.
Get
right,
lucky.
or like that's one of the things that I was thinking about the other day, thinking of parallel worlds. It's like, what songs did the Beatles write in the other world?
Yeah.
That we don't have here.
Right. Exactly.
Right. It's the same question, Spice Girls, James Bond, whatever.
Right.
Now, so they basically close their briefcases up. Everyone shakes hands all around. And everyone goes out to their either
their helicopters.
Well, they go into the communications thing and they pass information. And then they go and get in their representative planes and such and fly off. Okay, and then Jason, Kit should turn to everybody and say, so who are we going to give all this porn to?
He would say that.
Forgot the porn. We'll give it to the. We'll give the concepts and whatnot to
I think they have the concept of
Oceana people. They have the concept of porn. I meant, but the whole OnlyFans, the internet, and all that other stuff.
They don't have internet porn.
Right. They don't have internet porn, which is going to be revolutionary. And it will create them. So we'll give the internet, the concept of the internet to Oceana, and they can become the what did they call it? The .com.
Right. So they really are going to fall into a hotbed of crime and depravity now.
Exactly. Internet crime. And we'll also give them the concept of Bitcoin.
No.
Which I still don't understand.
I had a class in it and I still don't understand it.
They're just numbers that are hard to generate because you have to calculate all these calculations.
How is that worth anything?
But why is that worth something? I don't know.
Everybody agrees that it's worth something.
Great. Yeah. I'm excited for them. It's like that stupid what were the other things that they were selling
NFTs.
That were like NFTs, exactly. I'm like, I bought an NFT. Good for you. I'd rather buy something like gold or souls or
Souls.
as an example. I mean,
You'd rather buy an OnlyFans account.
only
Yeah, you
feet.
probably get some souls.
There you go. I mean, I just don't. I don't get it. I never got it. I'm glad it's worth money to someone, but if someone offered me Bitcoin, I'd be like, no, I'll take cash, thanks.
Yeah. So whenever so you can so we can assume in the near future probably somebody from the rebels are going to contact you because they already had kind of set up a thing for doing that with the with Alpin. So that's probably going to happen. So getting yourselves somewhere where you're not directly under the thumb of these people that are watching you is probably going to be a good way of being able to contact them better.
Right. So one thing that we didn't discuss, I guess, or we're not going to discuss, is where are we taking this goddamn reactor to?
Well, currently it's sitting in
a warehouse.
Well, I mean they're going to want to get it out of the ship because the ship needs to go on and do its business. Okay.
Yes.
It might be in a military frigate. So yeah, a military cargo ship.
Well, now that someone actually owns it.
Yeah. Well, nobody owns it yet. It belongs.
Oh.
So far, it's once they make the agreement, then they're going to have to decide who gets their hands on it. The actual prototype. The data, the is something you can.
We can just if they had the internet, we could just release. But
they have they do have a form of internet. They do have the equivalent of the ARPANET. So,
yeah, I was going to say they or DARPANET, whatever the hell that was.
Yeah.
I guess it's not directly military, but.
But they also have scanners, and they've got the means of distributing large amounts of information. So probably the easiest way of getting it would be to get yourself a thing for your laptops and just put it on the 9-track tape, because they've got lots of computers that can run that.
God, optical disc is so much easier.
I know, but they don't have them. Actually, that's not true. I said they actually do have CDs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's just a step further to make DVDs and CDRWs and.
Right.
I've got a whole stack of CDRW. I found a damn spindle of 250 CDRWs that I have no use for now.
Okay.
Coasters.
I back up my podcast every week onto DVDRs. So,
really?
Yeah. Huh. I have two hard drives that I back it up onto, and I also have do to physically DVDs, so that because
I mean, just got a terabyte drive that I dumped everything.
That's 17 years of my life. That's 837 episodes. That's a lot of data. It's a lot of creativity and everything else. So, yeah, and of course I also did the same with all my pictures and videotape and everything else. So.
I still have videotapes, so.
Oh, I do too.
A small assembly of videotapes, but.
Yep. All right, well, everybody, you can take a full 4 points for that. That was a good job of that.